So welcome everyone, it's Michael DeHaan, co-founder of Quantum Leap Global, and I've got Marianne Hines and Mike Speeter with me today. How are you?
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of it.
And thank you for having us.
A pleasure. So I want to sort of dig a bit deeper. I know you've just set up a business recently called Psych Safety Solutions, and I'm hearing a lot out in the marketplace around this psychological safety. I really want to sort of unpack that and delve a bit deeper into what that actually means as a layman, and then some of the things you're seeing and some of the things that you might be doing about that. So we might start with you, Marianne. I'll put you on the spot.
Right.
So what is psychological safety?
If I put it in simple terms, psychological safety is where, as an individual, I can go to a work environment and feel safe to bring my whole self to work. I feel safe that I can share my different perspectives. I can challenge the status quo, basically engage in interpersonal risk taking without fear of being ostracized or being shamed or blamed. And by doing that, and by me being able to sort of be my whole self, I'm able to work with others to create that sort of that friction that gets the best solutions or the most creativity or innovation for business. That's a very simple term. I know Mike will have a great explanation for it as well.
Just before I go into Mike.
I think you've captured all the key elements there. It's really moving away from that blame and shame sort of approach to a learning organisation perspective in its truest sense, where people can make mistakes, skin their knees, and it's not seen as catastrophic. It's seen as, okay, great, what are the learnings from that? How do we apply? Let's move on.
Absolutely. And it's so to add to that, I think being able to make mistakes is actually seen as a good thing. It doesn't mean there's no accountability. It just means that these are ways that we can get to the better solution.
I picked up one of the things you said, Marianne, which is that creativity.
Creativity.
So if people don't feel safe, they're not going to voice how to do something better in the business.
Yeah, exactly. So if I have, or Mike or yourself have an idea that is very left of field, but I've done my analysis of the room and thinking, okay, this is not going to get received well, then if I hold back, there's an opportunity for, potentially innovation, or to have that, again, that friction, that intellectual friction that could create something leading edge or that the market needs.
Yeah, and I think for all of us as human beings have that experience at some point in our life where we are either encouraged or discouraged from taking those sort of creative steps forward. And a lot of it has to do with the environment around us, the social factors, and the way in which in an organisation leadership approaches those sort of matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, did want to just add on to that as well. I think, we're in this COVID impacted world, so there is a lot of disruption happening, remote working. So now more than ever, we need organisations and teams that are agile and that can adapt very, very quickly. So that requires safety, so that people can sort of lean into the disruption and then come up with these solutions and these new innovations that are going to help the world get through what we've just all been going through. Some of us are still in it, but hopefully almost out of it as well.
Yeah, it's understandable that organisations will be focused on in many cases on the need to survive, but it's moving beyond that to thrive. How do you thrive again? And that's the agenda of hope, I think, that business can realistically latch onto.
Yeah, and how do you thrive? How does a business thrive and people thrive as well? So it's not one at the cost of the other.
Precisely. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.